Right now, I want to welcome to the program NRA President Jim Porter. Jim, how are you, sir?
I'm great, Cam. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for joining us on the program today.
Well, good. I always appreciate what you do, and I've been listening to your program earlier, and I think it's just great. I love you getting after our friend, Mr. Bloomberg.
Well, he's certainly getting after us. As a matter of fact, Jim, Mayor Bloomberg said that the 2013 Virginia election results show that a gun control advocate, that the voters of Virginia, actually, is what he said, reject the NRA's message. Now, this is a year in which Bloomberg's handpicked candidate, his back candidate, did not get 50% of the vote, and 65 of 67 NRA-endorsed House members in the state of Virginia won election. But somehow this was a message from the Virginia voters that they don't like the NRA anymore.
Well, I think the proof's in the pudding, and the pudding now is that no Democratic candidate is happy when Bloomberg sticks his nose in their election. You look at this Virginia governor's race, the Democrat had double-digit lead in the polls until Bloomberg got involved, and it ended up being a very close 2% race with, as you said, the Democrat getting less than 50% of the vote. You had a libertarian running that siphoned off about 7 or 8% of the vote. So I would say that Mr. Bloomberg has some severe blinders on when it comes to his effectiveness as a politician.
Absolutely. Now, gun owners, we are paying attention to 2014 already, Jim, and we had the off-year elections in Virginia and New Jersey, and local elections all across the country. But obviously, there are going to be a lot of eyes on the midterm elections for Washington D.C. and for state houses around the country. I know that you've been talking about this and what some of the goals of the NRA are for 2014.
Well, our primary goal, Cam, is of course to get a pro-gun Senate. The U.S. Senate. That's vital to the NRA. It's vital to our members, and it's vital to every law-abiding citizen in this country. The Senate is such an important venue. They ratify treaties. They confirm Supreme Court justices as well as appellate justices and judges and district court judges. So it's paramount that we get that Senate back to being pro-gun like it's been for so long.
Absolutely.
And of course we're bipartisan. We're going to elect pro-gun Democrats as well as pro-gun Republicans. We're going to support and get elected those people who support the right to keep and bear arms.
And it's interesting because I think next year, obviously Mayor Bloomberg is going to be spending a lot of money, Jim. We don't know how much it'll be, but he's got as much as he needs, basically. How does the NRA combat the incredibly deep pockets of a billionaire? Is it through the grassroots, through the membership?
Cam, I travel this country as you do, and I am convinced that the overwhelming majority of citizens in this country believe in the Second Amendment and believe that we don't need any more gun laws. And that is where our strength is getting the vote out and the grassroots. We've got 5.5 million members, but there are millions and millions and millions of other people that believe in what we're doing and what we're fighting for, and that we speak for them as well. What we have to do is to be sure that we get the vote out. We have to be sure that we get these gun owners who are not registered to vote, registered to vote. And that's what we are working on, toiling night and day. These millionaires and billionaires have got the money, but we have the majority of the people in this country on our side, and what we have to do is to be sure that they get out and vote.
Absolutely. And, to that end, there's been a lot of talk, Jim, around the country, go back years and years. And remember the motor voter laws that made it easier to register to vote when you got your driver's license. I know that there have been efforts around the country over the past couple of years to sort of do the sportsman voter movement, that when you go and you get your fishing license or you go and you buy your hunting license, that you can actually sign up and register to vote at the same time there as well.
Well, absolutely. We're taking advantage of every opportunity we have to get people to get registered, and if they register, then they'll vote. And if they vote, majority of the people are going to vote to support our constitutional rights, and that's what we're working on. And it's interesting, Cam, that the opposition, the gun grabbers, are billionaires. They have billions of dollars. But you look at these groups, these gun ban groups, they don't have any voters. They don't even have any members. All they have is some rich guy paying them a lot of money. We have the voters. We have the people on our side. We just have to get them to the polls.
Talking with NRA President Jim Porter. And Jim, again, I really appreciate you joining us, sir. I know we'll be talking much more about the 2014 elections as we get into 2014. But really, it's not too early for folks to get involved. If they go to nrapvf.org, they can find out who their local election volunteer coordinator is, and really, we can get started now, right?
Absolutely. We're going full-time, 7 days a week, 24/7.
All right. Listen, Jim, I appreciate you joining us, sir.
Thank
Have a great weekend, and look forward to doing this again soon.
Great. Thank you, Cam.
You bet. NRA President Jim Porter joining us here